Hey folks, it is Friday, November 26th. The time right now is 4:24 p.m. and the temperature right now is around -1 degree Celsius. And this is the intersection of Avenue Road and Bloor Street West. There's a look over at the Royal Ontario Museum. And south of Bloor Street, Avenue turns into Queen's Park. And in this walk, I'll be heading east along Bloor Street here, through a stretch dubbed the Mink Mile. Then when I get to Yonge Street, I'll head south and make my way all the way down to the Eaton Centre. And I'll check out the Christmas tree in the mall, and then we'll finish up checking out some Christmas decorations in front of the Bay in Saks Fifth Avenue. And it's worth noting that today is Black Friday. I was originally going to start this walk at Rosedale Station and head south from there. But I thought, since it's so close to one of the major retail stretches in the city, I'd include the Mink Mile. It only takes about 5 minutes or so to walk along this part. And I realized just a few days ago, I recorded along this stretch at night. And I try not to double up and overlap areas close together in my videos, but given that it's kind of a unique day and that it's a big shopping day, I thought I'd give people a look at what it's like here. There's Prada and Coach across the street. So this area is characterized by its high-end retailers. And just into the north of here is Yorkville Village. Although it's worth noting, this is a much bigger day for shopping in the US than in Canada, given that yesterday was Thanksgiving there. We hold our Thanksgiving in October. In fact, Black Friday is more of a recent phenomenon in Canada. Growing up in the 80s and 90s, it was only something you heard about on TV. But what started to happen was, in areas such as here in southern Ontario, that's rather close to the US, there was a lot of cross-border shopping going on as Canadians headed south to take part in all the deals. There's a cop using the bike lane. He must be responding to something. So to combat the loss of shoppers, Canadian retailers started having what they called Black Friday deals. Although I think it pales in comparison to the kind of deals they have down south. It does look like there's a bit of a crowd just up ahead here. This is Bay Street. And well to the south of here is the city's financial district. There's another street musician on the south side of Bloor. I think the biggest day for shopping in Canada would be our equivalent of Black Friday, and that would be on December 26th, known as Boxing Day. This store on the left is a large Canadian luxury retailer. And I'm almost at Yonge Street, so it actually ended up taking over 5 minutes. There's an H&M, Black Friday weekend, 70% off, selected styles in store only. And here's what will be one of the 2 tallest buildings, not just in the city, but in the country when it's completed. That's the Norman Foster designed One King, or One King, One Bloor West. I was thinking of a Harry Stinson building for some reason down at King and Yonge. And there's a look up at One Bloor West. Sorry, One Bloor East. I've got all my directions mixed up. All right, since I've got the light here, I'll head south down the west part of Yonge Street. Actually, it looks like the light's going to change. I think there's less construction going on, so we'll have a better view on the east side. I think probably the biggest outdoor retail stretch in the city is along Queen Street West. There's Chick-fil-A. And it's starting to get dark. I think sundown tonight is at 4:44 p.m. There's the Brass Rail. It's one of the few gentlemen's clubs here in Yonge. And I think this year in particular is really not a big year for Black Friday in Canada, as cross-border shopping is quite annoying. It's not really worth the effort to head south just for a day if you have to come back with a PCR test, which can be costly, especially if you get it at a rush basis. I'm struggling with my words here. And there's a block to be redeveloped. And that's a site you'll see all the way down Yonge. It is slowly losing its character and changing quite a bit. And this is Isabella Street. Okay. So Yonge Street here starts to the south at Lake Ontario, and it heads north for 86 kilometers. And it's been mistakenly referred to as the longest street in the world. And I think that claim is actually that it's 1,896 kilometers long. Although that would include Highway 11, which isn't continuous. Oh, I have not seen this before. There's some art going in at a new condo. It's pretty neat. I'd prefer a mini public square, but I guess it's better than nothing. I've talked about the condofication of Yonge Street in prior videos. It is a little chilly tonight. This might be the first below zero walk I've recorded this season. Eventually, we'll see a more pedestrian-friendly Yonge Street with bike lanes and reduced to one lane of traffic on either side. There are bike lanes north of Bloor Street all the way up to Midtown. In fact, I think from 1971 to 1974, there was a pedestrian plaza that was between Gerrard Street, which is to the south of here, and Wellington Street, where it was close to traffic, and it was quite successful. There's some really neat photos of it online. There's Wellesley Street. And just to the east of here is the Church Wellesley Village. And that pedestrian mall met its death largely at the urging of some rather influential players in the city, such as the Eatons and Simpsons families, who controlled a lot of retail in that area. egg club. I have not noticed that before. There's the fry. It's an excellent spot to grab some Korean-style fried chicken. And this side of the sidewalk has recently opened up. Although I cannot say I'm a fan of how it fronts the street. I hope the retailers are given a little more flexibility in how their storefronts can appear. Because right now it looks like cookie cutter condo units, which is kind of disappointing. It doesn't really fit the character of Yonge. And this would be Alexander Street coming up. There's one of the few Wendy's in the city. There's a fair bit out towards the outskirts in the more suburban areas. There used to be one down at Front Street East I used to go to quite a bit. I think I might be back in the area tomorrow night. The city's unveiling its cavalcade of lights at City Hall. There's also a big light show reveal in the Yorkville neighborhood, which is where I started this walk. So if you're new to the channel, I swear I don't always just ping pong between the same few neighborhoods in the city. But at this time of year, that's where all the interesting stuff seems to be happening. Coming up is Carlton Street and College Street. Carlton to the east, College to the west. And there's College Park. Oh, he was kind, and unfortunately, I don't have anything on me. I don't even have any working cards. I need to go to my bank. I get a chip card error, but fortunately, I can still tap with my phone to pay. So there's a look west along College, and there is a former Eaton's department store. Just in behind this, there's a park area with the Barbara Ann Scott Ice Trail. And I guess the outdoor ice rinks will be opening soon. So the plan here is just to go south to the Eaton Centre, and then I'll walk through that. There are multiple levels at the Eaton Centre, but I think I'll just stick to one maybe. There's a look into College Park. There's some holiday lighting, but not much going on over there. Often there'll be a large art sculpture or a display just across the street there. And right here, where Bed Bath & Beyond used to be, will soon be a large urban format IKEA store. And I'm sure that place will be a zoo shortly after it's opened. And it is windy, folks. Maybe I'll cross over just for the next block. And a look back north up Yonge Street. There's a look at Zanzibar. That's the other gentleman's club. And this guy's taking a picture of the sign there. It's quite funny. And I have no idea if the Christmas decorations are up yet at Yonge Dundas Square. So we'll go check that out. I was going across here. That looks like it might be a while before the light cycle rolls through. There's a neat food market across the street. And it doesn't look like the Christmas decorations are up yet. Maybe they're coming tomorrow. There's a local Toronto legend.
Bring you down.
And it's the intersection of Yonge and Dundas. There's a Best Buy just to the west of here. I think on a day like Black Friday, that would be one of the busier spots. I'm just gonna head over and take a quick look at the square. I'm curious what's on this red thing here, but it just says Canada Store. All right. No Christmas decorations. Excuse me, do you know when the decorations go up? You don't know? Okay, thank you. Well, she was not aware when the decorations are going up. They're kind of tacky, but that's sort of the MO of this area. So we'll cross back over, we'll head into the Eaton Centre, the busiest shopping mall in North America. All right, I'm trying to fish my mask out of my pocket here. There we go. So I'm going to take a quick walk through the mall here. I'll be back doing another holiday themed walk through the Eaton Centre at some point. Once we're in the thick of the holiday shopping season. There we go, ready to go inside. Well, that's kind of neat. So I could cut through Nordstrom this way. Yeah, let's do that. Several floors below is the food court. And this honestly does not appear to be any busier than it would normally be. Not particularly fond of shopping malls. I especially don't like department stores. But they've revealed their big Christmas tree here at the Eaton Centre. I'll also have to get out and do some Christmas videos through some other Greater Toronto area malls. I recently did Sherway Gardens, so you can find that on the channel, although that was before its Christmas decorations went up. There's the Christmas tree straight ahead. And a giant reindeer. And I was going to save this for a future video, but since we're right here, we'll take a quick look at Trinity Square. I was going to walk through here when I was checking out the new Christmas tree and lighting at City Hall. So City Hall is just off to the west here. I'm going to turn around and get a look at this display from the front. I feel like if I keep walking down the middle there, I'll be stepping through people's photo opportunities. There's a guy back there filming with a phone on his gimbal. Yeah, let's go up to the top floor. We'll probably get the best view of the tree from up here. Typically up here is where you'll find slightly higher end retailers. There's another look down at that reindeer. Kind of a neat view. American Girl. I don't even know what that store is. I think this is where you'd get your photo taken with the original Santa Claus. It looks like we're being funneled to the left here. It's a pretty impressive tree. Actually, I said I'd be at the upper level, but I'm one floor above what I was talking about. Looks like we have run into a wait for the elevators to get down. But hey, here's a view of the tree. And it's the parking garage. Is that one going down?
Your dad had box, man.
You know what? I don't need to do that dance. I'll just hightail it back. I probably walked away seconds away from an elevator arriving. Sorry about the backtracking. I'll put a little hop in my step. This is a very...
Oh my God.
narrow path here. There's a Kate Spade. I think there's one of those stores in Yorkville, which is right around where I started. And a Zara. Well, we got a nice view, but trying to get down was a bit of a fail. We don't normally come up this high in the Eaton Centre. All right, so the next destination will be the Christmas windows displays at the Bay. One of the reasons I hate malls is I tend to walk faster. I feel like I'm the only one. Although this is easily the busiest I've seen Eaton Centre this year. It didn't seem as busy earlier, but once I'm into the mall, there's definitely a bit of foot traffic. Those are the elevator banks I was waiting at. Maybe there's a picture of the tree waiting to be had over here. Just grabbing a shot potentially for Instagram. A lot of aimless wandering going on. And there's a pedestrian bridge straight ahead that'll connect you to Saks Fifth Avenue. But I'm going to take the escalator down and we'll cross the street. Look at this, people standing right so you can walk left. Thank you. That's kind of rare in a shopping mall like this. One last view. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead across the street and we'll take a look at the Christmas displays. Saks Fifth Avenue has once again done nothing for Christmas. They've just put a few lights in their windows around the normal displays. This is very similar to what we saw last year. Pretty creative. All right, I think I'm gonna go grab some dinner and contemplate firing up a live stream. There's a look up at Old City Hall. So I hope you enjoyed this walk that started up at Bloor Street and Avenue and headed east along the Mink Mile through the Yorkville neighborhood to Yonge and Bloor. And then I headed south down Yonge all the way to the Eaton Centre and found myself here. If you wish to support the channel, there are links to channel membership and Patreon support in the description. There's also a PayPal link. And my Instagram handle is @JohnnyStrides, so find me there. So once again, thank you for watching. I said once again, I don't know if I already said that, but thank you guys. And as always, I will catch you on the next one.